Stephanie Phillips, Simone DeMeo, and Tony Infante conclude their Hannibal-esque Harley Quinn story as Harley and Scarecrow finally catch up with Black Mask and try and stop his bid for power in future Gotham. Stephanie Phillips continues to write a truly fun and action-packed Harley Quinn by way of Hannibal Lecter. I love that Phillips perfectly balanced Quinn's past life as a psychiatrist and how she's able to get in the minds of these criminals and supervillains with her life as a criminal and supervillain, and how she would know where these types operate out of and how they operate. I did like, for a story that was mostly written before the pandemic as well, there was an interesting anti-mask thing happening with Johnathan Crane as well as the Magistrate overall. And it was great to see it tied back into his trauma that comes with him being Scarecrow, a villain based around fear and our deepest fears, one of which for Crane is ironically Scarecrow. The two issues here definitely have me interested in Phillips' work on the upcoming Harley Quinn ongoing, and I'll be definitely checking that out. Simone DeMeo and Tony Infante finish up their just stellar work on the book this issue. I love the look of every page, which was filled with either some really fantastic paneling and action going on, or just great character designs, like the future Scarecrow, which I liked was very tactile and simple, something which has been sort of a running thing through all these new Future State redesigns. They've all been very simple and very good looking. Scarecrow was very simple. Black Mask, on the other hand, was grand and regal, fitting for a character like Roman Sionis, and he never looked better. Future State Harley Quinn issue 2 was a finale that hit all the right notes for me. I loved the change of pace for Harley, and doing her by way of Hannibal Lecter was really quite fantastic and a great spin on the usual Harley Quinn stuff, and something I'd like to see more of since it breathed new life into the character. I'm going to give this issue a 9.5 out of 10. Future State Harley Quinn issue 2 finds Senator Hanson and a group of rich Gothamites discussing Professor Pig being caught. Suddenly they all begin coughing as a voice tells them to calm down, since the poison in their food wasn't a lethal dose, just enough to paralyze them. The voice belongs to Black Mask, who tells Senator Hanson that he wouldn't kill him with poison since his death will need to be more painful. The senator says that he'll pay the villain back the money he owes him, but Roman isn't there for the money. He's there to discuss what the senator did with the money, wondering if the senator is familiar with the myth of Dolos, the god of deception and trickery, who tried to deceive the god of truth with a fake statue but ran out of clay and the deception failed. Mask reminds the senator to make sure he has enough clay before he creates a fraudulent account that funnels his money to the magistrate. Black Mask kills the senator as later on Harley Quinn investigates the crime scene with Johnathan Crane, who tells her to take the Black Mask off since she's contaminating evidence and she isn't there for fun. She's there to catch Sionis. Harley tells Crane to keep up, since the guy who runs around in a skull-shaped mask isn't afraid of the average Joe, and Roman isn't afraid of him, but he might be afraid of another guy in the mask. Johnathan doesn't know what she means, so Harley spells it out for him, saying that Roman is afraid of Scarecrow. Crane says he won't be masking up ever again, and if Quinn can't help him, then it's back to jail with her. Harley relents, unhappy she can't touch evidence or see Crane wear his mask again and dose people with fear toxin, calling Crane a dud, but gives him her answer, saying they all know he's anti-mask now, but this is all about Roman now, so if he's manufacturing masks for his goons, why not go to the source? She remembers a warehouse in the west where her and Joker would hide out sometimes, so the magistrates send a cyber team. Inside they find another cyber, which activates and begins killing the officers and other cybers. Crane rushes in as the survivor tells him a sentry turned on them. Harley did try to warn them before they went rushing in, but Crane thinks that this is her fault, strangling the woman and telling her he trusted her to find Roman and all he gets is more dead men. He knows that he should have killed her when he got the chance as a drone appears, projecting a hologram of Black Mask in front of the duo. Roman says that it was clever to track the mask, but knows the idea was Harley Quinn's, thinking Scarecrow and Joker's girlfriend make quite the unique pair. Roman knows Johnathan is wondering how he's so ahead of them, but he misses the point, since the city belonged to Black Mask and he will take it back and he will kill them all. Later on in his quiet office, Johnathan looks over his mask, knowing he can't do it again. The guard comes in to say they track Sionis, but Crane angrily throws his drink at the man, telling him to get out. He upends his desk and papers, screaming that he did everything Harley said. In the wreckage of his office, Johnathan dons his mask again and Scarecrow is reborn. Harley meanwhile is freed for helping Crane, taking to the Gotham docks to break some things as she calls out for Roman. Roman soon appears, grabbing her bat and reminding Harley of her manners, since he just had his suit pressed and her blood on it isn't worth dry dry cleaning bill. He asks where Crane is, since surely she's not there alone, but Harley says that she escaped her capture and is ready to join Black Mask, asking if she gets a mask directly from him or if it's some sort of mail-away promotion. Roman knows that she's just bait, calling out for Crane to show himself. Roman yells into the night air, demanding Crane face him, as Crane asks if he remembers what it was like to be alone in the dark as a child. The lights go out in the docks as fear toxin soon covers the area, causing Roman to see a younger version of himself, scratching at his skin, saying something is under it. Scarecrow appears, asking Roman what terrors he sees when he's alone in the dark. Roman pulls out a gun, firing on the masked man, but he disappears into the toxin. Crane says that if he's not careful, the terror will consume him. Black Mask knows the gas won't work on him, but Scarecrow knows it's not the gas, since the toxins only materialize the nightmares already in his mind. Harley suddenly smashes Scarecrow in the face with her bat, knocking him down. Roman appreciates the help, and with her partnership, they can stop the Magistrate and Crane. Harley stops his monologue since her pretentious monologue quota is filled up for the foreseeable future. She cracks him in the face with the bat, taking Crane's mask with her. Roman says that he could help Harley as she dons the mask, asking if he knows how to release the gas in it. She soon finds the button, pressing it and flooding the area and Roman with the thick green cloud, leaving him to deal with his worst fears made real. Later, Johnathan wakes up and is taken by the magistrate officers, demanding to know where Roman Sionis is. The men show him being loaded onto an ambulance as Crane asks about Harley, but the men know she's not there. Crane wonders if this was all Harley's doing and she was behind all of this, knowing Harley Quinn ruined him, as elsewhere, Harley ditches Scarecrow's mask, saying it smells like bad seafood and she never did really care for masks anyway.